On a rainy afternoon, in a forest just outside of Fano, a mysterious masked elf named Cal met the half-orc Freya and a half-elf child named Gilwyn with his companion Pete. You see, they met while interfering with a group from the Zeterian entourage who was harassing a pair of goblins named Zizux and Brez.
Which one are you going for? The one closer, the one of the two farther away? Because it's 60 feet.
Yeah, it is 60 feet. I'll get the close.
The three heroes agreed to help the couple rescue Z's brother, who they expected had been captured by a separate troop and were nearly killed for the trouble.
Run along.
I'm actually gonna aim for my feet shackles.
All right, just punch.
Double club straight down.
Cool, go ahead, roll to attack.
Nat 20.
Holy these shackles don't stand a chance. They've been beaten, broken, destroyed.
What they didn't know at the time was that this caravan contained two friends, the elf Echo and the half-orc child Thorn, both of them who had been arrested for a crime they did not commit.
Got it. Okay. You're holding action to
I'm gonna
cast a spell?
cast a cantrip.
Echo tried to escape many times as the caravan proceeded along the trail. He kept disappearing and reappearing in new places, but it didn't do him too much good, as he was shackled nearly a dozen times.
Beats it. Beautiful. You jump down. There's a slight roll. You take a knee, and with that roll, you like wrap around his neck. Go ahead, roll attack.
Dude, this is gonna be badass.
Knee right in the face.
23.
23!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that hits.
The
Go
guard,
ahead.
Kellis, was at his wit's end. Meanwhile, Freya, Gilwyn, and Cal had their hands full with another guard. The scuffle resulted in the Zeterian guard named Lavel being knocked out and tossed into the stolen cart. When he woke up, he was not pleased, but there wasn't much for him to do.
8 total?
Yep.
You slap the ass of the horse, and it neighs back and holds, looks back at you.
Oh, that didn't. Oh.
Hold on, let me roll initiative for the horse.
The trio simply gathered the information about the caravan's movement and released Lavel into the wild, but not before scaring the living daylight out of
Flesh
him.
wound. It's okay.
He's like,
Oh.
all right, that's his turn. That was half. He's going to action dodge. So it's not going to be advantage, just a straight roll against him. The guard captain, Echo, is going to turn
Back to Thorn, the brains of the group.
Bravo.
Wizards
Bring it
just
out the rear.
Nobody's
They work
perfect.
together.
nobody-
Wizards in the place.
Horse. No, just regular horse. Where's regular horse? Sure, draft horse. Okay.
Draft horse and regular horses are totally different.
It's CR 1/4.
I feel like a draft.
Oh no, it's riding horse. There we
They
go.
hatched a scheme to flee under the cover of the night. Unfortunately, when they enacted their plan, the door of their cell refused to yield, and Echo needed to create a distraction.
This guy's really, really bad, and he's hurting a little boy.
Okay, roll another persuasion check against their horses.
When I need a nat 20, it always
He
comes.
was then captured, and amidst the confusion, Thorn managed to slip out of the jail cart and remain hidden. Thorn tailed the caravan all night, all to rescue her new friend, Echo. This is when Freya, Gilwyn, and Cal just so happened to assault that very same caravan.
Gilwyn, Cal, and Freya begin to alight their cart on fire. Brez has taken their horse a little ways.
Cal disguised himself as the guard, Lavel, and drew the guards towards the hiding Freya and Gilwyn.
We're big swarm!
Yes!
And these guys just start charging. They're trying to they feel like they're probably being ambushed from all sides. They're like, yo, get me out of here. You've probably got the best place to be safety-wise.
Get close to me, please.
Just come a little close.
Yeah, just like reaching.
Echo noticed the commotion and decided to attempt to escape once more. He might have gotten away with it until he noticed Thorn hiding under the caravan and returned to her aid.
Get to a stop, like sliding underneath the caravan.
Sick. Cool. Yeah, cool factor. Yeah, that
Just
totally
kidding.
works.
Cool.
I told you to run.
Well, I wasn't gonna leave you behind.
Oh, that.
The fight was carnage. Gilwin sprayed the guards with poison, Cal sapped them of their strength, and Freya chopped a tree onto 3 guards and beheaded 2 others.
So as the tree falls, the one man like jumps out of the way. It doesn't matter. A large branch just right through him and impales him. And as the tree continues to fall,
Thorn, doing her part, dragged the guards around with vines, while Echo found himself face to face with the guard captain from the previous night. The guard cut Echo down as he got back onto his feet to keep fighting. The captain then murdered Echo right where he stood. Thorn watched as her friend lay dead. She released a pulse of magic. The grass and flowers burst into life around her, but alas, it was too late.
dissipates. You watch as there's like an ethereal reddish orange tinge to him that fades and sinks into the ground, as if something ethereal.
Their journey continues.
And welcome back to We Split the Party. My name is Alexander, and I will be your dungeon master this evening. Joelle, please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Joel Rodney Evangelista, and I play Gilwin Dalen, who is a half-elf.
Hi, my name is Mary, and I play Freya, and she is a half-orc barbarian.
Hi, I'm Justin. I play Cal, and he is a elvish wizard.
Hey, I am Mark Neuman. I played Echo Perseus until his very recent demise.
Hi, my name is Emily. I play Thorn. She is a half-orc warlock.
Beautiful. This is our party. Thank you for tuning in, and we're just going to jump right in. So, the heat of battle slows as the captain gets away upon his horse. There's a silence as the 2 remaining soldiers look over their shoulder to see an abandoning captain, flanked on either side by Freya and Gilwin. Echo lays on the ground, unmoving in front of you, Thorn. Freya, what would you like to do? As there is a guard directly behind you, still has his sword. He seems distracted at the moment. Gilwin is in front of you. There's another guard behind him. Cal is somewhere behind you, still disguised as Lovell the guard, bloodied. What would you like to do?
I want to behead the guard behind me.
Okay, go ahead. In his distraction, you turn around. Go ahead, roll to attack with your great axe.
She rolled a 4, a natural 4.
9.
9 does not hit. So as you turn to swing with your great axe, the guard quickly turns to see the axe coming and moves just barely back out of the way with his sword and shield in hand and rights himself. And he's just gonna go and swing. Gilwin, you're gonna be up next. Where is my D20s? Target. Does a 12 hit?
No.
No. So he goes for a swing with the sword, and you barely just make out of the way. Gilwin, what are you doing? There's still 1 guard left, and 2 decapitated bodies on the ground in front of you.
Oh boy. I look up at the other guard, and I'm pretty sure, is Shillelagh still active on my quarterstaff?
Shillelagh is still active.
I remember I had kind of parried and dodged from a previous attack, and I know they tried to swing at me still, but I feel like I'm still in that position. I'm just gonna try to swing up in panic.
Go for it, roll to attack.
12 plus, it was my, 17.
17 definitely hits the guard, yeah.
Oh, max damage. 12.
12 points of total damage?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it. You're in your awkward stupor. There's a moment where you swing up with your 1/8 staff, and then the guard's kind of confused and worried at his guard captain running full tilt, turns around as you hear this as you throw back his neck and he drops to the ground. Dead.
So there's two beheaded bodies in front of me, and the next guy drops. And, you see as Gilwin's 1/8 staff starts to slip out of his hands, and sweat is dripping from his hands.
Cal, what are you doing?
So the only other two guards, the only other.
There's one guard in front of you, about 20 feet away.
Okay, so his back is turned to me.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go behind him and attack him with my longsword.
Okay. So you pull out your dark steel longsword, rush up behind. Go ahead, roll to attack.
Is he flanked?
Yes, he would be flanked. So you get advantage on the strike.
Longsword. Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit, yeah.
I'm gonna go 2 hands.
Okay.
So that's 5.
5 points of damage. All right, as you... The final soldier left standing from the battle. His guard captain's abandoned. How would you like to slay him?
Nothing fancy. Just trying to get the job done.
All right.
Maybe just like a quick stab.
You see him kind of dodges Freya's attack and he lands with a new fervor to fight the battle. One man against the rest of this invading force. He just kind of slides off your sword and drops.
And then I'll start dragging the bodies and look to Freya and Gilwin. I think it's best that we clean this mess up before reinforcements arrive, and just kind of dragging them to the main center of where all the carts are.
As you bring those bodies, pieces, towards the main caravan, Thorn, you've just watched Echo take his final breath and the guard captain escape out of your grasp.
So Thorn's just kind of holding Echo's hand. And she's like, just wake up. Wake up!
There's no movement. You see as a masked?
I guess would I still be disguised?
Oh, you see a bloodied guard dragging pieces of other soldiers over towards you. If you would like to describe what Cal sees.
So you see a very small half-orc girl. She has kind of very curly hair, and it's kind of up in a ponytail, but it's kind of disheveled looking. And she's just holding Echo's hand, trying to shake him back to life. Yeah.
You dragged the bodies over. You guys are following?
No, Yowen's in shock. He's on his knees beside that trunk of the tree that's
Okay. Freya, what are you doing?
I'm helping.
All right. So Freya and Cal kind of pull the bodies, start to gather them towards the center of the camp. Hey! Is it safe to come out now? Hello? You hear from coming inside one of the caravan cages.
Yes, we've dealt with them. Come on out.
You hear the rattling of iron doors. It's yeah, I'd love to, just come out. Can somebody let me out, please?
Who is that?
You walk over.
Yeah.
As you go over, kind of passing Thorn, a bit of a distance, you can see inside one of the cages, there is a human man, a half-orc young man who's kind of hands up against the bars. He's got black hair that's tied into a little pony, shaved on the sides, and he's wearing simple tailored clothes. Hi. Never mind, I'm sorry. Who is Also, I'm sorry. He kind of sits back and...
Oh, pardon me. I'll drop disguise self.
All right. As you approach the cage, you watch as a magical visage kind of disappears from one of the guards. What does Thorn see?
So you see you can't tell what kind of creature. It's a person creature in a leather cloak, like a trench coat, with steel epaulets or steel shoulder pads, with a scarf tied around his head, and a red mask with a long nose.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. If you could just let me out, that'd be nice.
We're looking for a goblin.
So, that's next card over. I'll just wait.
Yes, of course. Freya, would you like to get Z and B? What was the wife's name?
Brez.
Z and Brez. And tell them we found the brother.
If you would like to describe what Thorn sees, Freya.
Oh, a very tall woman who's just covered in mud and blood, and she doesn't look very pretty right now. It's hard to see what she looks like.
Fair enough.
Okay, yes, I will do that.
So you head back over to your original cart.
I did pile up the bodies in like a way to light them on fire. That's what I was assuming you're gonna do. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right.
And go talk to them.
All right. You go back and you find Perez atop the horse, kind of. Oh, is it everything's okay now? We can come out. Should I go get Z? He stayed by. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
She kind of.
That'd be a good idea.
All right. She hits the horse and like rides off to go grab Z. Back in probably 15 minutes. Gilwin, just kind of sitting there. The corpses have been dragged away. What are you doing?
Gilwin is has now collapsed back on the tree, and is just shocked, probably pale as he's ever been, and he just like this is a young male who just went on a journey, very innocent journey, and now has experienced maybe like 7 or 8 beheadings. Like, he's lost count at this point, and
many.
It's too many for such a young mind to experience. But with the commotion of the goblin leaving, and we can obviously tell that Freya and Cal have been moving around. Gets up, like dusts himself off, and 1/8 staff, 1/8 staff in his backpack, or like across his hip, and just goes and tries to find Freya. Walk up to Freya. What do I do?
I think you should work on your breathing.
As he's like kind of stuttering over each breath.
Do you need water? I think it's a good idea if you drink some water.
His knees are like buckling.
Maybe you should sit down.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of like meander over to, I guess there's 3 carts, and the Cal's over at the furthest cart.
He's about to be, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna go walk towards maybe Cal and find like a barrel and just sit beside the barrel.
So as you get closer to Cal, you see a young half-orc girl hunched over the body of an Automaladrin, a autumn-colored elvish man with an ombre yellow, gold to red hair, wearing autumn colors and a navy and teal military jacket. One arm is showing, and it is purely metal.
Are you okay? Is everything okay? Oh, you look like you've had a rougher time than me.
Yeah. I just don't know what to do now.
Give me 1 second. Cal, Freya, there's somebody here who needs more help than me.
Who is it?
Okay, just come here.
Oh yeah, I'll walk over.
Okay. You see Thorn. And what was Echo?
I'll reach my hand out. Hi, I'm Cal.
I feel like she like gets up and like rubs her nose and then she holds her hand out. It's like, I'm Thorn.
I'm gonna grab like above there where she. I'll shake her like wrist. Nice to meet you. You're probably wondering why I'm wearing this mask. See, I was involved in a tragic accident as an adolescent, leaving me horribly scarred.
I
Most people find it more comforting me wearing this mask. But it's not me who needs the comforting anymore. Perhaps you can talk to Gilwin. He can talk.
Gilwin is visibly shaken and a little confused as to
There's corpses everywhere.
why his, I guess, companion now starts off with that story every single time. Do you mind if I take a look? I'm gonna just go and like kneel down beside what is Echo's body, I assume. This is your friend?
Yeah, that is my friend.
Oh man, what does he look like? Like what condition? Like can I?
So there is actually, when you kind of scan him from top down, he's got a big like scar over one eye. He looks almost normal to about like the upper chest, and then it's just blood red. And you're kind of having a hard time distinguishing between what is him and what is the ground beneath, as you can kind of see where his body is just kind of like severed.
Oh. Can I do a medicine check?
Yeah.
I don't know if this person is not doing well.
What was your roll?
19.
19? No, he's dead.
I go for a pulse, and I have to like hide the fact that I know he's like dead. I don't know how to interact. Cal, can you do anything?
In times of great sadness, I've learned that a little physical labor would always do you well. Maybe you guys should try and gather the dead bodies and look for the keys. That will take your mind off such a fresh tragedy. And once some time has passed, perhaps we can talk
So
about it.
insensitive.
He's literally cut in half.
Are there any shovels around?
Roll a perception check.
It's 8.
8. Okay. You kind of look around, and there are trunks on each cart. I don't see any shovels, but I'm just giving a scan of the area where there's the two like small cliff faces on either side of the road. You can see somebody like perched on one of the cliffs, just legs hanging loosely.
Okay, I'm gonna ignore that.
Bravo. Bravo. Incredible work.
You see
a tiefling. Charcoal skin, salt and pepper hair that leans far more towards salt. He's got a mustache and a very like pencil thin lined stubble that kind of comes down in stripes across his chin, and a mess of gray hair. He wears a vest with like collars pulled up, and you can see that his clothes are road worn. They're not the nicest. This has been fantastic. Absolutely amazing. If you'd allow me, may I? And he pulls out a guitar.
Oh my gosh.
There's a young man who ran, never to, always from. But when he ran to, then his story was done. The strength of his fight wasn't matched by the heart. He ran to his end, until death did we part.
You hear a little, I'd like to come out now.
What's her name?
Oh, I'm so happy you asked. You know, actually, my name and my occupation are the very same. You may call me Joy.
Wow, Joy. I like that. Well, there's some sad children back there if you would like to do some if you're looking for some work.
And miss an adventure ready to start? I could never. All the pieces are here. You have the scared and the powerful. You have the brains and the divine beauty. Hello. I don't know if you met My name is Joy.
Can I just keep looking for shovels, please? I'm not an idiot to fall for men. I'm just gonna keep looking for shovels.
So as Freya continues to go around the site, Thorn mourning the loss of a friend, Gilwyn traumatized beside her, Cal heading towards the back cart. Joy, what are you doing?
I can't. Joy is following around. He's probably hovering around Thorn right now, just like lightly strumming his guitar and just kind of watching.
You can stop looking.
Oh, terribly sorry. Go somewhere else.
Continues to strum.
Yep.
Cool.
What kind of horns does Joy have?
Joy's horns go straight out the top of his head and then bend back at like a 45-degree angle. And they're pure white with like black tip almost.
Cool.
Cal, as you make your way over to the final cart, sitting in there, silent, are two creatures. You can just see through the small gaps in the bars. You do see a smaller green folk and a human woman who are both sitting down, leaning against the bars, arms crossed, just waiting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and try and break the lock.
Okay. Just how are you breaking the lock?
Just with strength.
All right. Strength.
Oh, like I'm gonna hit it with the sword.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like not like no magic, just like or
Go
no
ahead,
keys.
roll to attack with your sword, your long sword.
Hilarious.
Let's see. 9.
9. You... Ting! It holds strong.
What the? Perhaps I can find the keys. That'll be easier.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, searching for the keys, but also for coin purses.
Okay, roll an investigation check. About this time, Freya, you do eventually come up to one of the carts, and there is like the supply box sitting on the front, and you do find like a couple of shovels, some like pickaxes, what are they called, kindling and whatnot, just general equipment. Are you taking a shovel? Yes. Okay.
Yes, I'll take 2 shovels and I'll just like pull the box so that it's visible to use later.
Cool.
Like, just open.
All right. Cal, would you?
21.
21. Yeah. So your neatly piled corpses are quite easy to search through. As you kind of go through, you do eventually find a couple sets of keys, and a couple sets of keys, and
Oh no, what do you find?
4 coin purses
Nice.
Oh.
in the mass of bodies.
And then I still have the other one from the original guard captain, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and trying to start just trying the keys.
Okay. It takes you a little while, but you do eventually find the keys, the right key, and the door opens up. Inside, you see a human woman. She is dressed in leathers, brown, like a sepia-colored hair, she's got a headband that is tied, holds back a ponytail. She kind of lifts her head up at you. And you are my savior, I suppose.
I mean, if you'd like to call me that, of course. I'm only actually really for. Sorry, is it the green folk? Is he a goblin?
Yes, this is a goblin.
Sorry, could I get your name?
Kind of looks up at her and looks at you, and he's like, yeah, my name's Karazex.
Would you happen to have a brother?
I do, why?
What was his name? What would his name be?
No, I like you. His name's Z.
Well, it looks like we found. I'm gonna shout to the. Well, it looks like we found our goblin. Z's actually here. We came looking for you.
Oh! He gets up and looks at the woman, kind of runs over and hops down off the cart. He's like, why is he here?
For you, of course.
Really?
He said he was looking for you. Said you were a bad boy.
I kind of am that. Yeah, that's sounds about right.
Yeah, you look like a bad boy. You kind of hold out for a fist bump.
Yeah, I am. All right, cool.
That one, is he with you? I'll point to the half-orc in the cage.
My son? No, he's not with me.
Huh. Shit out of the mouth?
The half-orc kind of like, yes, I think you should, probably. Thanks. I'll wait, though.
I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna try all the keys again, but like, I'm just gonna like, I'm trying to prank him like, oh no, none of the keys are working, sorry.
Roll a deception check.
Oh my gosh.
Deception. Do you see it? Oh, it's a 19.
19?
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, I'm gonna let him out. I want to let him out. I just want to like, just like, haha.
This is fucking... Maybe check one of the other... Can somebody... Just
you know, I did see a guard run away. Maybe he had the set of keys for your cage.
I swear to God. Just... Get her... God, she's got a shovel. Help... Somebody let me out, please.
You're stressing me out. Perhaps tell me a story while I figure out this key situation. What's your name?
I'm sorry, did you say a story?
Yes, if you like a story.
Oh, allow me. I'll sit down. I'll sit down against the door. You know, I've been all across these lands, and I've seen many a thing in my time. You know, there's once a story that I remember hearing about, I believe it was a fish and a bird, was it? They sat along a cliff. It was really quite a remarkable story, but that's where it ended.
Yes, I quite like that.
I can't.
There's some shuffling as you see that woman hops out of the cart. She goes over to the crate that you had pulled up, pulls out a little lock box, takes a minute, pulls something out, fiddles with it. Takes a few things out, shoves them in her leather pack, grabs a little sack, throws it over her shoulder. She's like, well, thank you, saviors. I'm leaving.
Is she leaving? What's your name?
She's about to. Yeah. Oh, now you care. If you must, sepia.
Like your hair.
Indeed.
Excuse me, lady in the leather, do you have any potions on you? We have and I like just point towards the
What you have is an inciting incident. Important part of any story.
I don't know you.
I'm Joy.
I'm...
I swat your hand away before you shake his.
Wow. Aren't you something?
Musicians are lazy. And I'll put the shovel down right in front of him, and then I'll lean down and get on like my haunches next to Thorn, and I'm just gonna say to you like, I'm sorry about what happened, but let's find a really nice place to put your friend to rest. It'll help.
Okay.
And then I wanna, for you to, I'll let you find a place.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna try to support Thorn in maybe finding a place.
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean, we can look around if there's like a nice tree or something somewhere like away from the pile of corpses.
Yeah, that
perhaps.
we're about to probably burn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll support Thorn in whatever she needs to do.
Okay.
You know anything about a good story? This man had his own story, and you're just gonna let it go to waste?
Gilwen's still in shock and is now being bombarded by a complete stranger with requests, and on top of his two other companions, one is fooling around and trying to convince somebody in a cage that I actually, even as a in real life person, am very confused as how to interact with the situation. So basically Gilwen is like shut off, and the only person that Gilwen can connect with right now is Thorn, because Thorn's the only one that's showing any sort of empathy. for what is happening. So I'm just gonna completely ignore Joy and just start helping Thorn as much as I can.
And I'll push you towards her so you guys are in front of me looking for a place, and I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna tell you to shut up.
Doesn't anybody here have a respect for a story?
I have respect for the dead.
The dead tell their own stories. You should ask him his.
Perhaps your fun storytelling time can happen later, not right now.
Gilwin actually kind of stops in his tracks, and I feel like that just resonated with Gilwin a little bit more than anything that Joy's ever said as soon as he introduced himself. And he's gonna turn to Joy and be like, what did you say? Can you talk to the dead?
Oh, I mean, maybe someday, but I find that you don't have to speak with a dead person to hear their story.
He's a lunatic, don't talk to him.
Okay, Mom. I'm just gonna walk towards Thorn.
What exactly are you suggesting?
Well, you seem smart. What can you discern about this man by looking at him? By seeing what he had on him?
What do I know about Eladrin elves?
Roll a history check.
30-20?
The Eladrin are not native to Torvea. They come from, let me find it.
Yeah, how do you spell Eladrin?
Talaria, north of Torvea. There is a strong Eladrin presence in Ciciditi on the Northern Isle in the Allied Nations. Yeah, this is definitely an autumn Eladrin. They go through seasonal changes, personal seasonal changes. So as they reach different points in their life where they grow or change as people, so do they physically adapt. So this is an autumn Eladrin, whatever that may have meant for.
Thank you, Joy. You're more perceptive than first meets the eye. This I'm sure he has an interesting story. And Thorn, I'm sorry. Sorry, did we exchange names? We did. Sorry. I have not been sensitive to your situation. Perhaps, Joy, would you help our trapped friend out of his restraints while I tend to the body?
It would be my pleasure. I walk up, take the first key, and
He kind of gives you a look.
He's very perceptive. What do you want me to do?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm not interested.
He goes over to one of the crates and just starts rifling through it. These fucking ourselves.
Oh my god.
Thorn and Gilwin, what are you guys doing?
I think we're just looking for like a nice place to put Echo to rest.
Nice. Okay, both roll perception checks as you kind of search about the space.
I got a 6. I'm like just too distraught. I'm looking around. I'm like, I don't even know what to do with this shovel. Like, someone just handed it to me.
17.
17? So as that...
I didn't give you the
as that's happening, Gilwin, you kind of...
Sorry, actually 22.
22.
Sorry.
Yeah. Gilwin, Thorn's in a bit of a haze. You take her and kind of direct her towards you. Meander a little out of the encampment that they had made and go up the side towards like the top of the cliff. On the opposite side that Joy had come from. And you do see there's like a nestled little ring of trees that have just naturally occurred, as well as like a kind of larger oak that sprawled out above like 3 or 4 other trees in the circle. Would be a nice spot, probably.
That is amazing. That's quite beautiful. As I'm directing Thorn to that area, and I feel like Thorn's maybe like a little hunched over, a little like distraught. I'm just gonna like kind of like, look, I think this is a pretty good spot. When I'm looking at Thorn, you're also around like we're around the same age. Like
I'm a bit older than you.
You're a little bit older than me. Okay, and I'm just gonna be like, I don't do well with bodies. Maybe we should get one of them, bring it bring your friend over here. And you can tell that Gilwin is tripping over his words. He's never had to like interact this much with anybody in his entire life. So not only is there so many different events happening, a lot of new experiences, now he's having to somehow console somebody that's almost like very new to him. So yeah, maybe you stay here and maybe just look in the area for nice things that we can like maybe put. I'm just gonna walk towards maybe Cal or my mom.
Sure.
No, I'm with you guys.
Oh, you're with us.
I think
I was
Gord,
following
like,
behind
Gord just
you,
keeps following me.
waiting
She's like,
to
"No,
find
no,
a
no,
spot."
Yeah, I'm like, no, I want to help.
Okay.
Thank you for helping me.
Yeah. No, don't worry about it. Freya, do you think you can? Okay.
Go make the lazy singer bring the body here.
I don't like that guy.
Okay, ask masked handsome man
Okay.
to ask the lazy singer to bring the.
Okay,
the
I'll go
person.
get that.
Okay, thanks.
And then,
Cal, what are you doing?
I'll prepare I'm gonna start preparing the body. So I'm gonna find like some like a sack or like cloth to perhaps like wrap him in.
Okay.
wow.
So once I find that, I also want to cast detect magic because I see his arm and I see his like teal coat. And what's the symbolism on his coat?
On his coat, it is a higher ranking military. Actually, roll a investigation check. That is how you call rolls. Good job, Dungeon Mastering. 19. Looking him over in your studies, he's a representative from the Allied Nations, probably from Zephyr, a higher ranking member. He has the symbol of the Allied Nations above the like pocket is what looks similar to like a Turkish puzzle ring. So there's like 12 kind of bars that are interlocked like perfectly, and that is over. And then he's got like epaulets that show his rank. So you're kind of rifling through the body and
Not rifling, respectfully so.
respectfully so.
I'm gonna take 10 minutes to cast detect magic.
Detect magic as well. There is a magical essence coming from the arm, for sure. Strong abjuration and conjuration schools of magic coming from the arm. And as you're like looking at this jacket, in the chest pocket, there is a note, almost like a folded piece of paper. But yeah.
An inciting incident.
Perhaps we can keep this information between the two of us for the time being.
Gilwin shows up. Hey, sorry, were you guys? Oh, I don't know this.
We were just talking about the best way to preserve the body.
And he was saying that we should keep the note between the two of us.
A note? Is there? Anyways, do you think you can help me and bring our friend to over there?
Yes.
And just like points in like that general direction.
Yes, of course.
Shoveling.
Perhaps you would like to say some more wise words while we put this young man to rest.
It would be my pleasure. And I'll pick up Echo.
Okay.
Do I see this? I'm looking at them. How are you picking them up? It's a severed body.
I'm being gentle.
Because we wrapped him. We spent the 10 minutes to like wrap him and like.
And right before you're about to say anything, can I just like yell over my shoulder, "You better not be pickpocketing that body."
Hello?
Wouldn't dare. I am a man of class. I'm not some filthy pickpocket. I will pick up the body, and I'll start carrying it towards the glade.
Okay. As you lift Echo off the ground, between the wrappings that you guys have made, you eventually escort his remains towards the ringed circle, the glade of trees atop the cliff face. This time, Freya, it took him a while because he casted Detect Magic.
Only 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I'd have a holdout by then.
You do. You have a fairly good-sized hold. You're warmed up from the fight. You're good to go. A good-sized hole is made. What's wrong with you? And the body is brought to. As you lower him down into the grave, There's silence.
He has a ring on his finger, right?
On his metal arm, you can see fused to the finger is a golden ring. If you'd like to describe it, Mark, for Echo.
The ring is yellow, like was mentioned. The sigil shows some waves and like a crashing ship on it.
Usually used by higher level officials to seal a letter or whatnot. And this has been fused to his finger.
Yeah, so she wouldn't be able to take it.
You'll also notice that on his shoulder there is a splash of red paint that seems to be haphazardly just wiped across his shoulder. And yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah. Oh, if you go through his pockets, you'd find a wedding band as well.
I'd leave that.
Okay. And a coin purse.
I'd leave that too. I just want the note. Because it was like an official note, right?
Yeah, you took the note?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not around people who leave here quite often. Does anybody have anything to say?
A delightful choice. Thank you. I hope I have a smile when I'm gone. Because that didn't look very fun at all. Oh.
Can I take that?
Can I take some dirt and just like in his face and then just start?
Thank you. You're exceedingly rude. And then Thorn just like kneels down, and she's just like talking to Echo. I'm so sorry that I couldn't do more for you. I really tried. But, I hope now you get to see your brother again.
This dirt is poured over the body, piece by piece, shoveled in by Freya. Z, Brez, and their new friend, or newfound brother, Karaz, make their way up the hill in silence, their heads bowed in respect. It takes about 20 minutes, half an hour for the body to be coated. And you just hear a light trickling of rain atop the trees' tops. A moment of silence.
Can I approach Thorn? Your friend. Like I said, he had a story as well. Do you feel like his story had a satisfying conclusion?
Not really.
Then that means it's not over yet. You're gonna be okay, and you'll be better for it.
I know, but I'm just alone again.
You see as P is waddling up towards Thorn, which, for everybody who doesn't remember, is a little fiery bird. Very small, and almost nuzzles up towards Thorn's leg as they're having this conversation.
I have my own story. And I knew somebody once who had her own as well. Would you do me a favor? And Joy's gonna take the guitar off of his back. If it's not too much trouble, I think she'd like you to have this.
I take the guitar.
It's black on its face, and it has gold leaf filigree just around the sides of it. That's gonna be a story for another time.
Okay. Thank you. I don't know how to play this.
You will. And I walk up to Freya.
Go.
Thor's like standing there with the guitar. She's like, I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah, P looks up and is like, what?
Oh, you're cute. Hi.
I'm gonna take out my axe and I'm just gonna look at you and I'm
Goodbye.
I hate to be the one to break this up. Z kind of walks up with Brez. Good job. That's a slaughterfest. We should probably leave.
Where are you headed?
He looks over Brez and Kara's and is like, I updated Kara's. We're now staying in Gatton. For now. So I guess we're gonna head back there.
Freya, Gilwin.
We should take the horses because those two young ones are too tired to walk.
Well, it seems that our mission is complete. But I find myself enjoying your guys' company. Where would you guys like to go?
I mean, if it's all the same to you, do I see the mountain pass? Like, what's the closest mountain range that I see?
You can see from here the Ridleyham Peaks. Super hard to miss.
Right, there's no bridges, right?
On the side there. Roll a perception check. Roll a perception check.
Actually. 10.
10. You don't see any bridges.
Well, I don't seem to see any bridges, but I have to go there.
Is that in the direction of Gatton?
It's the opposite direction. Yeah. Actually, Cal, with your passive perception, you guys are having this conversation, you do see that woman going through all the chests or the crates that are on the carts. She's just like grabbing bags, filling bags, and going to the next one, filling a bag, tossing it. She looks up at you guys.
Sepia,
Yes?
where were they taking these carts?
Makes her way over. She's gonna... I'm not sure, but nowhere I'd like to be, I'm sure.
Are you one of the Cragtooth that Z here speaks of?
I don't think I got your name.
Hi, I'm Cal.
Grabs your hand. Oh, she gives you like a...
I'll hold it for a little longer than I should.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably wondering why I'm wearing this mask. You see, my face is horribly scarred as an adolescent. Most people find it very unsightly.
She's like, I'm sorry to hear that. So I'm leaving.
You seem to be quite interested in these chests. Anything, seeing as you're out because of us, care to inform us of anything that we should be taking or share with anything that you found?
I didn't find anything of use. I just simply taking some...
Can I insight that?
Sure, roll an insight check.
19.
19. There's probably not been a single word of truth out of her since you've met her. As you're kind of like, she seems to have a perfect finesse around her words, and carefully chosen, but in your studies of people, she looks to the right when she tells you a story. Yeah. Nothing really of import. I'm just taking a few supplies for the road.
Well, be that as that may be, or seeing as that may be, we've only just met, and I'm not a fan of people who don't tell the truth. At least, not to their saviors, anyways. So, you may leave, but let's hope we cross paths again as friends, because I will remember this.
She stands there for a second, just like, as friends. She turns and heads down the hill. A moment later, so you guys are having this conversation. Z begins to pack his things, brings your cart over and starts loading his things onto the cart. Brez takes her things and loads them onto the cart. That half-orc young man is keeping an eye on you guys, and he's just leaning up against the gate, or against the cage, and he's like, You let me out?
It seems that way, yeah.
I don't like owing favors to people.
Then let's call it even.
Okay. Perfect. I was never here.
If you were never here, where were you?
Exactly. I should thank you, though, for that. That was a bit of a scuffle, and I'm sorry about your friend. Could have just as easily been me.
Where did they pick you up?
Don't like to talk to people who hide their face.
Well, I can show you my face. But see, I was terribly scarred as an adolescent. You might find it hard to recall memories while focusing on my horribly disfigured face. I'm also a little bit self-conscious about it, but my name's Cal.
Grabs her hand and grips it, and he's like, Istra. Pleasure.
Istra.
They picked me up outside Albinum just after these. Where'd she go? Just after this gentleman and the woman. I am not a criminal, but they seem to think I was, so. Yeah.
Insight.
Yeah, go ahead.
18.
18. He believes he's not a criminal, but there is a little guilt in his words. We're how far south are we? About 2 days. It's in there. Shit, we must be near Birkby. I best be going. I have work to get back to, so it's a pleasure. Thank you. We're all square.
Why is everyone so scared of Birkby?
Rumors. That's all. They've been, from what I overheard, they've been taking every able-bodied person they can find. Nobody sees them again.
In a similar fashion to how they took you?
I suppose so. This, guard was saying this was his second caravan, but he'd taken just from where I was, so who knows how many more there were.
You saw the captain, right?
I did.
Did you cross paths anymore with the Zeterian symbol on their chest?
He was the only one. Mostly just soldiers. I'm not much in the way of the These don't work very well for offensive capabilities.
And how would you use them well?
I'm an alchemist. Well, I'm a junior alchemist. I'm working under Ragmir. Just so you know, personal apprentice.
I'm assuming that's somebody important by the...
Yes. You don't know? You must be not from here. He's incredible. He's well known throughout the land. Anybody in the area would know him. You must be from very far, far away.
I've actually traveled quite far north.
Oh. Yes, Ragmir, he's owns the Talarian tinctures up in Kingsley. He's famous for his alchemy.
Interesting. You wouldn't personally be able to create some potions for us? Minor potions.
I do owe ya. You let me out, but I guess you kind of dealt with a little more than just unlocking a cage. Let me check. And he goes into one of the crates and he's like, oh, fuck, she might have taken it. God, I swear to God, if one of the guards drank it. Oh, here it is. Pulls out a long vial. There's like a kind of tinted red and like gold kind of swirling liquid inside. And he kind of shakes it and he's like, here. Hands it to you.
Thank you.
By this time, Gilwin is kind of like shaken off a lot of the, I guess, like you said, he's like all the shock, and he's kind of back at his regular breathing pattern. And he looks, and Gilwin has like, he's interested in like kind of medicine, and he looks at this gentleman passing the tincture and goes, "What's in this?"
Oh, that's a fairly simple alchemical combination. It's a use of troll's blood, harvested, of course, safely, in minor, and a few other herbs and whatnot. It'll give you some healing.
All right, cool. Can I take a look at it and study it like a bit?
I'll give it to go in, yeah.
Sure. Are you proficient in herbalism?
Starts just reaches over and goes, I think I have a very high medicine modifier, so I thought that maybe I could like, I don't know if that's a completely different thing.
Herbalism, yeah, is different than medicine, yeah.
Right, you learn something new every day. And as Gilwin grabs it and looks very confused, looks over to Thorn, and Thorn, I guess your eyes kind of light up a little bit?
I think would she know what it is? She has an herbalism kit, and she's like...
Yes, it looks like, just from what you can see, a healing potion, a lesser healing potion.
It's just a healing potion.
Yeah, I was just checking if it was a healing potion and passes it.
Well, who's hungry?
Gilwin's stomach growls.
I could use a few meals. It's been a while.
Perfect. What are you cooking?
Looks around.
Oh boy.
It's the pile of bodies. Anybody got fresh meat?
If we dig through some of the crates, do we find any like food or rations?
Roll an investigation check.
Ooh, not good. 8?
8. You look for a little while, and you do find what would be like a crate of supplies and whatnot, of like food where they would probably store like cured meats and whatnot, and it's pretty much empty. Get the sense it was recently taken. But you do find enough for like just barely. Nope, probably wouldn't feed everyone, but like probably 3 or 4 rations.
There's a stream nearby, right?
You guys passed a stream a little ways back. Not directly nearby, no. Harris is like, actually, if my stuff's still here, hold on. He goes over to one of the crates and he's like, I should have, looking for a stream. He goes into his bag. I picked this up off a friend who gave it to me willingly. Pulls out like a roll of paper, quite large, and he's like, if you're looking for a stream, you could probably find it on here. Has it too?
Open it.
Wow. Beautiful.
This map was made by Augustine. Thank you. This is the Northern Tradeways map. It's used by traders all across the Allied nations and Otalan territory. It shows the northern side of Torvea.
I am far from home.
It's like, I think we're just south of Albanum, somewhere between there and Birkby.
Oh, we're like right here. Interesting.
And Albanum, how's that town looking these days?
I probably shouldn't go back, but I was doing okay before I was fucking taken.
And the Zeterian presence?
A little tense, but they're there, yeah. Looks over, begins to take the meats out, helping you, Thorn, and he starts to put together the remnants of the fire that the guards had. So you guys look over the map and discuss amongst yourselves to take a short rest. We're gonna take a quick break.